Okay, I'm going to try repairing the set of stairs here. The stairs, each tread is sloped downhill slightly, so they're unlevel. The rise is uneven. The bottom one is much shorter than the others, which technically is a safety hazard. And the run, how far each tread comes out, is quite short, making the stairs a lot steeper than they need to be. And above all, they're just plain ugly. So I got plans on how to completely change that. So one thing when measuring the stairs, let's check this. The run here is only 8 1/4 inches. Normally you'll try for at least 9 on residential. It makes a big difference to the steepness. One thing when measuring the run, don't confuse the length of the run with the length of the tread. These treads are about 9 1/4 inches because they all have a 1 inch overhang. But from step to step, it's only 8 1/4. And that's an important difference to note between the tread and the run. They are two different things. The rise is 7 inches up, which is definitely acceptable. But I'm going to completely reset that so it might change. I'm basically going to lift these treads, put new ones on that are clean, have them level, the right height, and we'll see how it turns out. I haven't done this kind of repair before like this, so I'm interested to see what happens. First thing to do is find out the total height. Also, I'll compare the floor at these 2 points to make sure that there's not too much difference there. It's good. So that means the height I use will work the same on both sides. Okay, so now I'll measure that height. And use that to divide up my rise. Okay, while the camera was turned off, I made a bunch of parts. I cut some auxiliary stringers for the stairs at the rise and run that I wanted. Made a whole bunch of risers for the back, which will sort of sit like that. And I put a small ledger on the back of them. Cut my stair treads at the size with a piece on the back, and they will all get assembled like this. One tread, the riser, second one like that, and they will be assembled in place once I got the stringers. I used construction glue, finishing nails and screws to make sure it all stays strong. So next I'm going to remove these old treads and risers, and then the auxiliary stringers, I'll mount them onto the sides of these. The reason I'm doing it that way and not just taking out the entire staircase is because these walls are actually built and attached to the stairs. And if I was to take out the entire staircase, then this whole portion of wall from about here and down would have to be rebuilt and re-drywalled, and basically this is the least amount of work. So you leave these here, it'll keep the wall intact, it'll have its own strength, and adding the new stringers on the side will enhance that strength and save having to rebuild the entire stairwell. So I see that you already have inside something similar to what I'm doing with a whole new stringer, but this is much smaller than what I need. It's in the wrong position, it's got the wrong rise and run, and basically it's not thick enough to support a self-standing staircase. So as I work down, I'm going to clean all this off so I'm not trapped at the bottom with no way to reach up here. So I'll take this off in sections as I work my way down. So here's the reason the stairs were sloping downhill. They were set at the wrong height, and so they ended up having to pour the floor around it. Half of it's embedded in the floor, and then of course these walls were built on top of them, which basically locked them in and made it almost unrepairable. Well, I just did a test fit and modified them where necessary. I had to take a little bit off the top up there. And you can see as it starts to reach out past the old stringer just how much I've increased the run, which will take out of some of the steepness. And now that they fit, I shall prepare them for installation. Before I put these up, I'm going to put some cardboard on the back of it, and this will make a good finishing surface. It'll save having to notch cut it around all the stringers afterwards. Okay, let's see what happens. Not bad, it's going to work. I'll bring in the treads, finish attaching this. Now I've got some risers made. I'm going to put them on the back, some paint quality risers with a small gap under there to allow for the flooring product that they're using to gently tuck underneath. And then that and this and the trim on top will all get painted before I put on the floor surface. Also got this little top flight of stairs. I'm going to do them the exact same way so that they'll all match. I also cleaned up this floor, put a new subfloor on, and I changed the door. So now I'm going to put the capping on the edging so it'll be ready for painting. I finished these off with a hand screwdriver because being such fine screws, using a drill can strip the threads inside. And there you have it, one completely rebuilt set of stairs. Complete with a upper set also.